As healthy individuals grow up and become productive adults, we generally learn to overcome our irrational fears and to cope with realistic run-of-the-mill fears. We can, in other words, learn to develop courage through practice and through reliance on other people. Even in the way back days of hunting and gathering bands, human hunters learned to bring down large, dangerous animals by working together with each other and by using their big brains and their fancy tools to compensate for their lack of individual strength, speed, sharp teeth, and large claws. It should come as no surprise that some of the earliest thinking about human courage and effective leadership came in conversations among the ancient Greek philosophers like Socrates, his student Plato, and his student Aristotle. All three of them agreed that military combat is where courage is most desperately needed. Socrates, in fact, was a soldier in his youth, and Aristotle's most famous student was Alexander the Great, perhaps the most successful military leader in the ancient world. In those days, military combat had become the most common setting for the most celebrated acts of courage. One of the most useful insights from the dialogues of these great Greek philosophers is the notion expressed by Aristotle that courage is not the opposite of cowardice, but rather the middle ground between cowardice and recklessness. Cowardice is clearly a deficit of courage, but recklessness might be considered an excess of courage, devoid of wisdom or common sense. As Aristotle himself put it, the man who shuns and fears everything and never stands his ground becomes a coward, whereas a man who knows no fear at all and goes to meet every danger becomes reckless. Daredevil gambling and indifference to danger are not at all the same thing as real courage, which requires some consideration of risks and consequences.